The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Chats on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Mark the truth while live on air light. Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Mark the truth while live on air light.
What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly back in the house. It's good to see you beautiful people jumping in the room so quickly. We got 266 people here with us. Guess what? Dolly has adopted some old people. That's right. I've been going around today adopting old people. I'm just kidding. I didn't adopt no old people, but I want to share a quick little story with you guys before we get into all the true crime stuff. We're going to be talking about Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Michael Monkey Vaughan a little bit today. But I kind of did adopt some old people today. Now, you know, my daughter, she's kind of like me. She likes to give, and she has a friend named Brianna. Brianna works at an old folks home, assisted living facility for a lot of these people that get older. They don't have no family, and they go there to live out their last days of life, right? You know, somebody got to love us when we're old, right? So they go to this home, and one of Tiffany's friends is one of the young ladies that take care of these elderly people. So Tiff goes to visit her friend at work, and they have an angel tree. Okay, they have an angel tree up, but nobody's getting nothing off the angel tree, and there's only a few people that put stuff on the angel tree. So Tiffany said, Dad, I want to help one of these people at Brianna's work. And I said, you know what, Tiff? I said, go ahead and get everybody off the tree. Okay. And that we're going to show up like Santa, and we're going to buy, it wasn't but 4 people. Okay. A woman and 3 men. So we wiped out the entire angel tree between me, Tiff, and PJ, right? So we've already been out getting these older folks some stuff. So I'm adopting old people. Anybody want to be adopted by Dolly? Okay. I'm taking people. I'm like Dolly Claus this year. But, you know, we have done a lot of soap selling, a lot of hat selling. Y'all bought a lot of stuff this Christmas. So we've been able to give back, which I think is really good. So they said, you know, that I can deliver the gifts to the people. So I'm going in, I'm going to put me on a little Santa Claus hat, and we're going to go into the old folks home, and we're going to make at least 4 people in the old folks home, me, Tiffany, and PJ, have a happy Christmas, right? Because a lot of these people don't have family. So now they do. They have the Dolly Vision family, and we're going to do, like I said, we're going to get them some nice things. One lady wanted a turban. Now listen. Now the guys were easy to shop for. Like we already bought one. We got two more guys to buy for. One guy wants some shoes and a hat. It's nothing crazy, right? Sweatpants, a blanket. You know, they want a little warm blanket because they're in the bed and they don't get to get out of bed much. So, but one woman wanted a turban. And I'm thinking, hell, I don't know where to buy a turban. Does anybody in here know where to get a turban? So Tiffany said she would take the lady. Okay, so there's one woman and she wants a turban, and Tiff was like, I guess you got to go to these hair stores that sell hair product, like in the hood. I mean, I don't know where you buy a damn turban, but the woman wants a turban. So we're on the hunt for a turban. If anybody knows where to get a turban at, right? So, and you know, because we want to make sure we get them everything that is on their wish list. And of course, the 14th, we will be buying at least 3 families Christmas here on Dolly Vision. So, and I want to volunteer at a homeless shelter this year that I used to hang out with when I was a kid. I would go up there and I would feed the homeless people, and they had this place where these acoustic bands would play, and I would always go in there and watch the music and hang out with the homeless people. I wasn't homeless. I was just a teenager bored, right? So I figured a good place to volunteer this year would be those same people that were helping people when I was a teenage kid, because I knew they were good people, and they would, you know, I lived at the ocean front, and they had this place for anybody that lived in Virginia Beach or old school Virginia heads. They had this place right on 17th Street called the Fire Escape. The Fire Escape, I don't know why they called it that, but that was just the name of it. I guess because if you have, you know, are homeless because of a fire, you go in, there's church groups in there, and they would have meals every day for the homeless people. So I would go up there, you know, I'd be out freestyle bicycling, because I used to really love BMX bicycling when I was a teenage kid. And I lived at the oceanfront. So I would just ride around and talk with the old people, you know, do little bike tricks and hang out. And so, like I said, I would go there and hang out all the time. So I'm going to try to donate my time this year at Christmas with the homeless people out in Virginia Beach. Okay. So over the last few days, we've been kind of going over interviews to try to find inconsistencies in stories. Like the other night, we went over the interview of Katie Proudfoot, the mother of Sebastian Rogers. You know, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing over a year and a half ago from Hendersonville, Tennessee, and hasn't been seen or heard from since. You know, not a lot of urgency that we're seeing from the parents in this case. Well, half of the parents. One parent is out here doing a pretty good job about spreading awareness, but nobody's really searching for Sebastian Rogers, which is a sad situation. And we kind of get into that same situation when we talk Summer Wells. Now, Summer Wells, of course, there's been this resurgence of energy into the Summer Wells case, which I am I can't even talk. Super grateful for, right? Because Summer Wells is one of the reasons why I'm here on YouTube doing true crime right now, is because we want this little girl absolutely found. And I see we got some super chats that came in. It said, please take this and bless someone for the angel tree. Thank you, Dolly, PJ, and Tiffany. Thank you, boy mom. And we got it under control, right? We got that under control. And it was, like I said, it's only 4 people. And they didn't really want much. Like, and the way they have it set up is, I'll show you guys real fast before we get all into the true crime stuff. Let me pull this up. Wait, wrong account. Let me go here. And it's in my Facebook. And what they did is they made, I guess, I don't know if the homeless, they ain't homeless. They're elderly people. And they had made like little pieces of candy, and they wrote their wish list on these pieces of candy. Let me show you. Share screen, entire screen. All right, here we go. So this is how I got them sent to me today. Bam. See how it's like a candy cane? And on the candy cane, it says resident 114 is a male. This male, he wants some sunglasses, he wants a hat, and he wants a blanket. Okay. Which is not much. That's just like 3 things. And you know, what is that? 20 bucks, 30 bucks, right? Not much. This resident, wrong one. That's Tiff's feet, her new shoes she got. This one was on another piece of candy. And this is resident 69. He's a male. He wants sweatpants, which we already got him. He wants the sweatshirt. We already got it. The ball cap, we got him a Reebok hat, a really nice one for like 20 bucks. So we already got this person's wish list. Already got. This person is resident 10, a male, size 10 shoes. We haven't got yet. Socks, t-shirt, extra large. Okay. We're going to get him. We just haven't got him yet. We'll probably get him later tonight. Me and PJ got to go to some Christmas Wonderland with her parents tonight. So after we do that, we're going to go out and get these people Christmas. All right. And the last one was resident 87, which is a female. She wants a coat, a woman's turban head wrap. That's the one thing we don't know where to get. Socks, and it just says she's female. So she wants a coat, a turban, and some socks. Now, Tiffany said she knows where to get a turban, I guess, my daughter. And she's going to be the one doing that. All right. But that's how we got them on big pieces of candy and candy. I thought it was cute. I was like, well, that's cute. I guess they got the old people, you know, to make them. And then they put them and then they hung them up in the living facility. And the cool thing, a hair store for a turban. Okay. And they said that, you know, instead of just dropping the gifts under a tree, that I can go around personally to the people and give them their gifts, right? Which I thought was really cool. I mean, I would have dropped them under the tree. But like I said, a lot of these people don't have family members or nobody comes and sees them. And I just want to be able to go in, give them a hug, tell them Merry Christmas, and let people know there's people out there that do care about them. You know, one day we'll all be in that position, right? Some of us before others, because some of us are a little bit older than, in my crowd here on Dolly Vision and True Crime, we're a little bit older crowd. Not everybody. We have some young people, but if you look at my analytics, it's usually 35 and up. So, I mean, some of us are closer to death than others. And one day we may be the ones laying in those beds, right? Doing these. So it's just good to be able to give back and to help. And like I said, we're going to do it as a family thing and go up there and, you know, give. I know when there are turbans, it's okay, guys. We got it. Okay. And thank you for your super stickers. So anyway, and I just wanted to mention before we get too far into this, our Christmas wish campaign, we do have a give, send, go where you can donate to, right? That'll help us get the Christmas presents for the people here on this channel. And we've been collecting all this month, the last, I don't know, couple weeks, and we've raised a pretty good amount of money to buy Christmas gifts here for the 3 families. And we're probably going to do more than 3. Because PJ's already helping people on Facebook also. So we're probably going to end up doing more than 3. But if you want to give $5, $10, and whatever you can afford to give, it'll go to families in need. And we will do that in 2 days on the 14th. Because if we don't get everything in by the 14th, people may not get their Christmas presents by Christmas. So we want to have at least that time for Amazon to ship everything to the people that will be getting the stuff. Also, if you're a family in need, listen, you have 2 more days to get your wish lists into us. And what we need from you is this. We just need you to write up something that says why you're struggling and can't buy your kid Christmas. Now, listen, we're not buying adults Christmas. We're not buying teenagers Christmas. We're buying Christmas for kids. You know what I'm saying? 12 and under, where you may still believe Santa Claus is real, because he is. the spirit of Santa Claus is real. The spirit of giving is still alive. And I hate when people tell their kids there's no Santa Claus. And it's a lot because people get to struggling and they're like, they know they can't buy nothing for their kids. And they're like, okay, we're just going to have to tell them that we're Santa Claus, right? And that's terrible. It's terrible. That dream of, you know, that there's this magical person out there. It's something every kid needs to hold on to for a little while. Okay, if possible. And like I said, we can't help everybody, but we can help a few people. And we look at it like, hey, a few people is better than nobody. All right. So this is what we need from you. Listen up closely. We need you just to write up and tell us why you're struggling. You're a single mom. You're out of work. The apartment took up all your money. Your car broke down and you had to fix your car. You know, whatever it may be that has you in a situation where your kid is not going to have a good Christmas as if he would have, right? Also, send PJ a picture of your kid. Third, already have an Amazon wish list. Now, let me explain this. If you have a big screen TV and a microwave up there, we know them ain't gifts for 12 and under kids, okay? We know that. So we're going to skip right over that if it's something like that. Now, if we look at it and it's a story that's, you know, like, man, you need some help. You have a kid and you have a reasonable wish list for your child. We're going to go, okay, that these are the families we want to help, right? Now, it's important that you get all this in one email, the write up, the picture, and the Amazon wish list. If you don't, we're not going to spend a bunch of time trying to find your Amazon wish list, find your story. We're just going to skip over you to the next family that did complete the application right, because we read all of them. And then at the end, me and PJ sit around and go, okay, these are the three we're going to help. And then if we don't run out of funds, we pick another family and another family until we're out of funds. Okay. So somebody says check email. I am not going to stop what I'm doing to check no emails. Okay. So listen, you got to send your email to pjvision22@gmail.com. Okay. Let me repeat it. pjvision22@gmail.com. That's where we're receiving the wish list is at, and we'll go over them there. We'll come up here the 14th. We will pick the families, and of course, we will pull up their Amazon wish list and start getting things off of their wish list. Okay, those families. You guys will be able to help us with that, but I will go in and buy all the top stuff out of these wish lists. If not, wipe the wish list out. Just depending on everything. Okay, and we'll be doing that live on the 14th. All right, so we have a give, send, go if you want to help. If you don't, email us, right? If you need help, email us pjvision22@gmail.com. Okay, if you have any problems, my mods will walk you through it. Okay, or they'll help you create your Amazon wish list or whatever. Just get with a mod, somebody that has a wrench, and they will figure out a way to work it out to get you to where you can get your stuff in. Okay, or they'll help you with the email address, or they'll help you figure out how to set up an Amazon wish list. My mods are great. Okay, my mods are great here, and they're willing to help. It's the Christmas spirit, right? And if you ain't willing to help out there as a mod, we're gonna demod you. Okay, not really. All right, so back on track. So like the last couple of days or last few days, I've been wanting to go over some of these interviews with these families of missing kids. I'm looking for little inconsistencies in this. Like I said, there's been a resurge in the Summerwells case, which I believe is really good. And really, we don't know what is going on with that. We just know that the FBI raided a home off of Van Hill Road, and it belonged to a man named Paul Hill. Paul Hill is, of course, the grandfather of Fred Hill that lives next door, well, the next house over in the holler from Summerwells, which is weird because why would they be raiding the family's home and it having to do with Summerwells? We do know this raid absolutely had to do with Summerwells. The TBI, FBI, they leaked that to the media. That's how the media knew that this raid had taken place. This was actually leaked by the TBI, right? They wanted people to know that they raided this property. I don't know if they're trying to shake things up. You know, sometimes I call it the rattle. Nina, thank you guys. And Helena and Melanie. Who else? Yeah, Nina. Thank you guys for gifting memberships, being here with us. I'm sorry if I missed it. Sometimes when I'm ranting, it's hard for me to keep up with everything. Okay. So, TBI, they leaked this in the media. They were raiding this home on Van Hill Road. And it had to do with the Summer Wells incident. That's how come the media knew. And that's how come the media ran with that story. Now, after they raided this house, we don't know if they took anything of interest. We don't know. Some locals are saying they took some dirt, right? Or is there a possible that they believe that at some point Summer Wells may have possibly been buried at this address at the 3500 block of Van Hill Road? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, because the TBI, FBI, and Hawkins County raided this all together. Now, listen, if this was just a little clue, just a little tip that, a lot of times I don't think they pay much attention to the tips. But this tip they took very, very seriously. And they coordinated a group effort to raid this home, okay, this property on Van Hill Road. Something led them there. And whatever tip it was, they believed it was credible. Okay. Now, if they believe it was credible, I believe it's a credible tip because, they're vetting where these tips come in from. Like if you just some crazy person that be like, I heard this on Dolly Vision on the internet, they look at your tip like, oh, hang that up. Right. So this tip is probably coming from somebody that's close to what is going on in the holler, right? What's happening right now on Ben Hill Road. Whoever submitted this tip has insight that us YouTubers, hey Lisa, don't have. Okay, they know something, and see that the FBI and the TBI in Hawkins County didn't come out and give a press release or nothing. They don't say nothing. Now I know it's the police sometimes hold things tight to the vest, is what they say, tight to the vest. They don't want it to leak. Maybe it's something only somebody responsible would know. And the only reason I say thing about the dirt is because we were rumored, right, from locals down there that they had hauled out some dirt from that property. Now, how much dirt they took, I don't know. But we've always heard rumors that Summer Wells was buried and that she may have been moved. And it wouldn't be the first time in a case where somebody has moved a body. Okay. It happens a lot in true crime. Believe it or not, bodies get moved. Now, of course, we've heard so many different versions of the story of what transpired on the hill that day. Okay. I mean, we've heard different stories, and everybody's story is different. Okay. If you listen to Hunter's story, it's different than Candace's story. If you listen to Don Wells' story, it's different than Candace's story and Hunter's story. If you listen to Jody Sue Brown, you need mental help. Okay. If you listen like Andy, his story is different. If you listen to Fred Hill, his story is different. So everybody in that holler is telling different stories. And one thing that, coming into the Summer Wells case that was most shocking to me is I believe there was people in here running interference. One person in particular, Benny Keys, Mr. Blood Money Benny Keys, right? We had Benny Keys up here, like 2 weeks ago. Benny came up and he cleared up some of these things because Benny had said things, I believe now in anger, that he was mad at him, and he said some things that wasn't quite true. Now, Benny confessed here on the show that, he said in his live that he was paid $1,700 from Tim Mullins to run interference. Okay. Now, when I pressed Benny here on the show and asked him, was that true? Benny said, no, he was lying, right? He didn't go into why he lied. He just said, I kind of made that up, Dolly. That didn't happen. That man never paid me any money. But I still don't think it changes anything. Even if he paid him or not, there were still people out here running interference and putting out these false tips and these false leads. You know, like Kim and Allie. Anybody remember those guys? Raise your hand or press 1 in the chat if you remember Kim and Allie. They kind of got, you know, hooked on some bad substances and kind of, I think, lost their kids and caught themselves on fire. And they've been kind of gone ever since. They may be back now. I'm not quite sure. Do you believe anything BK said? You believe it or not, I think BK knows things that he is not saying. Still to this day, I still think BK, because BK was close with him. I mean, really close. I mean, too close. Like he may have been banging Candace close, right? Now, I don't know. There's rumors of that they stayed in a hotel and, you know, him and Hunter, they had a, they were taking turns. I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm just saying there's been a lot of rumors out there, right? A lot of stuff. And Benny was close. I don't know if you remember when Candace was wearing the tinfoil hat and her and Benny's up there and she's all googly eyed over Benny. Anybody remember that? I think damn Candace would have left Don Wells for Benny Keys. I know it's yuck. But y'all remember that, right? This transpired. I'm not living in a parallel universe, am I? Did I timeline shift somewhere? Because in my reality, I remember a lot of bizarre, crazy things that were taking place in the Summer Wells case. All right. I love you, Hoodie Dolly. Where can we buy merch on? And hopefully you got my email. Happy Friday. Red Bull Girl, you can buy merch. This is a Turtle Island hoodie, right? Dolly Vision. You can get you one at buydollysoap.com. All right. We've been selling a lot of stuff. Believe it or not, we've been running a sale half off with promo code Dolly Rocks. And I don't think PJ ever took it down. I think everything is still on sale. And when you buy anything on the site, it comes with a couple Justice for Summer Wells bracelets because we've ordered 100, but we ended up paying for 700. Okay, so we have 700 of these things. So every order at buydollysoap.com also comes with a free Summer Wells bracelet, right? In the boxes, we're throwing in hats, Justice for Summer hats into the mystery boxes for absolutely free. You still get everything in the mystery box and you get a free hat. You still get all your soaps and you get a couple of these absolutely free. So the sale was supposed to come down, but it didn't. So take an opportunity for PJ's slip up. And last night I actually made some new soap for men. I'm thinking of names, and I was thinking one was Don't Be Dolly is a man soap. You know what I'm saying? Because it's dangerous. You'll get all the women. Is what I was thinking. So I'm thinking name it Don't Be Dolly. And it smells good. And then there's another one I'm thinking about calling Dolly Blast. Okay. I don't know why. It has a good ring to it. So unless y'all have a better name for the 2 new men's soaps that I made, maybe we take a vote, right? But I made 2 new men's soaps last night, and I kind of just took it easy because PJ, we packed up like 40, 50 different packages and shipped them out last night. I just left Dollylicious. I hear you. But I just left the post office and I dropped off about 40 packages. So if you're waiting on something, t-shirts, I printed t-shirts last night. I printed hats last night. I made soaps. Look, so me and PJ's out, right? Because she's shopping for stuff for mystery boxes. So to put in your mystery boxes when you buy a mystery box, listen, the little things in the mystery box, they're just extras. The mystery box is soap and lotion, right? You get your money's worth in soap and lotion. And PJ likes to throw in like different things from stuffed animals to damn makeup to lipstick to fingernail polish to damn headbands to facial masks to bath bombs to she throws in a bunch of different small things, right? But the value is in the soap. The rest of the stuff is just gifts from PJ extras. You know what I'm saying? So she goes out and she buys all these little things to throw into the mystery boxes. And like all the mystery boxes now, well, I've been throwing hats in. So now you know it ain't a mystery, right? But I've been putting them Justice for Summer hats I made. I've been putting those in the mystery boxes. So we were out, and I told PJ, I said, well, look, I'm going to skip streaming tonight. I just want to relax and maybe watch a movie. And I was going to do some painting, right? Because I've been making these little figures, like these little horror movie things. Like this is Freddy Krueger. I don't know if y'all can see it. But I've been making them, and I've been hand painting them. And it's pretty relaxing. Like it's something chill. Like, you know, I'm old. So I just want to relax. And I made this big skull that got vampire teeth last night on my 3D printer. And I was like, I'm just going to kick back and chill and relax tonight. So as soon as I get home, she's like, yo, I need you to print these shirts. All right. I'm printing the shirts. Then she's like, oh, I need you to print these hats. Then I'm printing these hats. Oh, I need you to go get this. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this. Right. By the end of the night, I didn't watch no movies. I didn't do no painting. I went to bed slap ass tired. Right. I was just thinking, I didn't get no break. No break. I worked the whole damn time. From the time I walked in the door to the time I went to sleep, I was working on Dolly merchandise last night. And my whole goal was, I'm just going to come in and paint. Right? Like an old man, like just sit around and relax, not worry about anything, not stream, not do anything, just relax. Oh no, that ain't how that went down. That damn sure ain't how that went down. So, but we did get a lot of stuff done. I got a couple new soaps made. I got all the shirts printed. I got all the hats printed. I got everything done that I was supposed to get done. Dolly Blast Vision. True crime. She get it done. Yeah, well, we're trying to get everything out as quick as we can because Christmas is coming and we're hoping you get your packages. Christmas, at this point, we can't make no guarantees that you'll get it by Christmas. And even when I went to the post office today, it was like 50 people at the post office, right? And I'm walking with these 2 big bags, right? Because we got these big trash bags that we put everything in. They're like the industrial strength bags so they don't break, and that you buy at the hardware store. So I'm walking in with one, and they got this basket in there, right? So I dump it in there and it fills the whole basket up. Then I go back out to the truck and get another bag of shit, right? I walk in with another, like Santa Claus, ho, 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 here, boo, and drop it off. So I ordered more Walmart since we can't see me. I'm sure he doesn't mind. I seen that. Anytime you spend money, I see it. Trust me. I know. You take the card from you. PJ just buys shit to buy it. All right. You got to watch her like this, like a hawk. Right. So anyway, I wanted to go over some of these interviews that, Don and Candace, the Wells and stuff had made. And, of course, today I am giving away a hat when we hit our goal. So thank you for everybody that's super chatting. It's a black Dolly Vision hat today. Of course, I will sign it on the inside somewhere. I've been signing stuff up in here so you can wear the hat and it don't look like somebody scribbled on it because I want you to wear it. That's the point of giving it to you. But I am going to give this hat away today if we reach our super chat goal. All right. I've been giving one away every day, which is pretty cool. All right. So there's always a chance to win something here at Dolly Vision. So since BK was so close with the Wells, I think the closest people to the Wells was BK and Ernie Shell. I still do believe that. I think if Ernie would have had more time, he would have got Candace Wells to confess. I do think that. I think BK knows some things. I think he always has. Will he tell those things? I don't know. Because BK kind of, he's on that border of a bad person, but can be a good person, right? Depending on what BK you're dealing with. Now, BK right now has been being a good dude. I seen BK today. He was wearing a suit and tie, riding around, talking about people telling him to fight fire with fire. And he's like, listen, if anybody tells you to fight fire with fire, they're wrong. You fight fire with water. Okay. Now I'm here to tell you, BK, you're wrong. It depends on what kind of fire it is. You throw water on a grease fire, you're going to burn the damn house down. Okay. So you got to know how to fight which fire which way. Okay, you can't just fight all fire with water. You'll be in trouble. All right. But like I said, there's two BKs. There's the good BK that tries to do the right thing, and then there's the bad BK. And I think those two, and I think everybody has that a little bit. Their good side, their bad side, and sometimes those sides clash with each other. Does the good Benny Keys want to tell what the bad Benny Keys knows? And I think there's this conflict right there. I think there's the conflict in this, right? Like, if you're going to be good, you got to be good all the way around. You can't just be partially good. Okay, look, 389 likes. You got my producer on me, guys. The pressure is real here. Okay, the pressure is real here. Like the video. What other YouTubers out here adopting old people? Only Dolly. Okay, old people love me anyway, so I might as well adopt them. Make them my own. Make them my own. Y'all like the video, so PJ will feed me today. I got to go off with her mom and dad and walk around some damn Christmas land and be all nice, right? So, like the video. The rest of the day should be torturous. Okay. I don't like the cold. I don't like to walk. Okay. So the only thing I like is likes on my video. That's it. Other than that, I don't like it. Okay. I don't like it. It's the bad Dolly conflicted with the good Dolly. The good Dolly's like, just go walk around with them. It's family, and then the bad Dolly's like, it's cold as shit outside. You got a beanie on now. You're going to catch pneumonia. Are they going to visit you in the hospital? All right. And speaking of hospitals, I got some tests coming up. I've been having really bad sleep apnea when I go to sleep. I guess I die every night for a little bit. I guess I just stop breathing. It's one of those things. My brain don't tell me to breathe. And I guess I go all night with no oxygen. So I wake up tired. Like, I've been telling you guys, I feel like I get beat up in my sleep. That I wake up and I just don't feel good when I wake up. It's one, I'm not breathing properly. So they have scheduled some I gotta go to the damn doctor, basically. And they're gonna put me through like a sleep study. So I'm assuming before it's all said and done, when I go to bed, I'm gonna be hooked to fucking machines like the $1 Million Man. I don't know. But I guess, sleep apnea it's not, I have heart problems already. It's not good for the heart. And, so yeah, I got to go do a bunch of tests and stuff like that, which sucks. Cause I don't really like the doctors and stuff. Your husband has that. Yeah. Well, I guess it's pretty common, with people. I don't know. I had to do some research on it, and, there's a couple different types of sleep apnea. There's one sleep apnea where when you relax, your tongue kind of blocks your airway, and usually people wake up. Okay. And they kind of gasp for air a little bit. There's the second type of sleep apnea is where your brain don't tell you to breathe. And you just stop breathing. You just stop breathing for a certain amount of time, and then you gasp for air. And then you don't wake up, right? I have the worser of the two. I don't wake up. I just stop breathing. And I don't know how long, but it's been freaking PJ out, because it's gotten worse. So I've been talking to the doctors and things like that about, these, I forget what they said I got to go in for next, something, but then they're going to do a sleep study, I guess, where they hook me to a bunch of machines like a Freddy Krueger movie. That's what it makes me think of, right? It makes me think of a Freddy Krueger movie. So they're going to hook me all these machines, and I guess I'm going to have to go in there and go to sleep so they can see that I stopped breathing in my sleep. And then I guess they're going to, they got these machines they hook you to, like a CPAP machine or something like that forces air, opens your airways so you can't stop breathing in the middle of the night. So what I already know what's going to happen. They're going to end up hooking me to a machine while I sleep, which I already have a hard time getting comfortable at night when I sleep anyway. So that could be why you had a heart attack. I mean, I don't know. No, I had a heart attack because I had a clogged artery. It was 100% blocked, and the other side was 50% blocked. So they stented one side of my heart, right? And they were surprised I survived. But I did. I'm still here. God has bigger plans, right? And I asked them, I was like, well, what'd y'all do about the part that was 50% blocked? They were like, nothing. They don't do nothing unless it's 75% blocked. Dolly will be wired for sound. I have to sleep I'm trying to get a lot of cardio exercise. Well, that's another thing is exercise. Me and PJ are going, our New Year's resolution is to be a little more active. So we got like a walking treadmill. We're going to start doing some exercises and at least an hour and a half a day. So I'm trying to find a time in the day that I can go, hit the treadmill, lift some weights, do some cardio stuff for an hour a day. And of course, we're going to have to start slow because I'm completely out of shape. Like it's bad. It's probably the worst it's been in a good while. And I'm still a pretty active person, right? But anytime I try to do anything super strenuous, I feel it, right? So we're going to slowly, over 2026 is try to get back in better shape is our goal. Like, everybody sets a New Year's resolution. And that's our resolution is to, eat better, take better care of ourselves. Cause I want to be here for a while. So dealing with the doctors and trying to get my sleep right and trying to get just trying to get healthy. Right. And, it can be done, right? I've already started to try to cut out soda a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go cold turkey on soda because I get massive headaches, right? When I'm trying to, so I have to I'm trying to slowly wean down the sugar intake. Now, I had a massive sugar intake. Like I've done cut out all fried foods, hamburgers, hot dogs. I haven't eaten a hot dog in 2 years. Fast food, I've tried to cut out a lot of not all processed foods, but a lot of the processed foods that are real high in salts, I've been trying to cut out. So I've done really good. Smoking, drinking, like I will drink occasionally, like a mixed drink at dinner. But as far as I don't sit around and drink beer and stuff like that. So I've done so much already that just the sugar has always been the hardest thing for me to quit. And the thing is when I first had my heart attack, I cut out all sugar, right? We went way squirrel, but I'll get back on the true crime topic. I cut out all the sugar and I did good. Like I had quit drinking soda. I hadn't drank sodas in months. And then slowly I just went back to my bad habits, drinking soda, lots of soda. Like instead of water, it's just soda. Carbonated drinks. So I need to quit that. That's going to be my biggest struggle. And I might be an asshole up here a little bit because I'll be dealing with those sugar cravings, to coming off of that sugar. And it sounds stupid, right? It sounds like I'm hooked on drugs or something, but sugar is a drug. Caffeine is a drug. And I think it's one of the hardest drugs in the world to quit. It's just sugar and caffeine. To cut that out is like go have a damn hot dog. No, I had a hot dog today. I had a heart attack. I was like, I won't never eat a hot dog again. I am scarred. You show me a hot dog, I'm like, this is funny. We're a little squirrel, but I love you guys and we're family here, so I can go a little squirrel with you. It happened the day after my birthday, right? So I come in from vacation because me and PJ had went to Niagara Falls and we had a blast. I felt fine. I went up all the stairs and we did all that walking. I was perfectly fine. So we come in and I guess Tiff had came over and decorated before I got home and, I had turned 50. So there's all this 50 shit all over the house, right? I don't know if that triggered it. So like, so so anyway, I had a heart attack. I'm in ICU, right? So I come to in ICU, and I'm letting them know, get all that 50 shit out the house. Maybe turning 50 don't freak me out. I done had a heart attack, right? Getting old, right? I'm getting old. So I'm telling them to get all the 50 stuff out the house, right? So the other night, me and PJ, we're cleaning out the little thing that goes underneath your TV. We put like a fireplace there now. It's like it's different, like a little table, a gaming table, kind of like I don't know what they call armoire, or what do they call them tables that sit underneath your TV? Well, we had one of those, and it had like LED lights on it. We got rid of that shit. It was like a gaming one. It had these little glass shelves on it. Junk drawer. There you go. The junk drawer. We're cleaning out the junk drawer. And when she got to some of it, she found some of that you just turned 50 shit, right? And she's like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want to see it. Right? Like, I don't want to see it. Like, don't even show it to me. Like, I might have a relapse, right? Like, keep that 50 shit away from me. Now I'm older than that, but it just, I don't want to see it, because that may have been what triggered it, because it was everywhere. They had balloons, 50. They had damn banners and all kinds of t-shirts, the over the heel t-shirts, and I don't know, maybe it just triggered something mentally, and then next thing you know, like, I'm coming to join you, right? But no, I feel okay. Anyway, like physically, like my sleep, like I said, still when I sleep, I do feel like I don't rest well. I don't feel the greatest when I wake up in the morning. I'm still a little sluggish. All the things that I know, like I said, we already know what it is, right? And PJ is a former EMT anyway, right? So we know what's going on. It's just the process of going through it, and sucks, right? It just, so I don't, like I said, I don't really like doctors. I don't like tests. I don't like being hooked to machines. And I got a lot of that coming up in my in my future, right? In my future. I just want to be able to run a 12K marathon, right? But anyway, Don Wells was buddies with Benny Keys. So was Candace. And he spent a lot of time not only at the Hill, but staying at the Hill. I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but there was a time when Bullhorn Betty, Molly, Jonathan Lee Riches, they were all out there screaming and yelling and fucking acting like idiots in the holler, right? Following Don around, getting him fired from his job. And that's when I first started the channel, because I was always picking on Betty and Molly and all these people, just kind of trolling them, because I didn't really like what they were doing out there, because is getting Don fired was like, that was pretty bad. Like, because this is how this man feeds his family and buys his crack cocaine. But listen, we suspect Don. We don't know for facts that he did it, even though a lot of us have already, in the court of public opinion, have, said he's guilty, right? We still don't have proof. So there's no reason to get this man fired from his job without no proof that he's did anything to Summer Wells. We suspect he knows, right? But we don't know, right? Not only did you cause him his job, but think about the drug dealer that was selling him his drugs. Now he's broke. Don Wells is broke. They can't feed the kids. They didn't feed them anyway, right? They didn't feed them anyway. But no more frozen pizzas. The little doggies don't got food, right? Dolly been feeding them, right? We got to buy them some dog food. Now that we mentioned that. PJ, don't let me forget. We got to order food for dog food for 110 Ben Hill Road. So Benny was pretty close to them, and I believe Benny knew more than what he was saying. But there was a point in time where they did an interview with Benny Keys, and I want to go over that interview with you guys. Now, if we could ever get Benny to be 100, where we could, the bad thing is Benny has, he's flipped sides so many times. people like say this, can we really believe anything he says? That's terrible, because now, he's been doing good and you want to believe him, right? But you're right. The question is, can we believe him? So if he tells us something at this point, is it believable, because he has done so much to his own credibility that we don't know if we can believe him or not, even if he's 100% telling the God's honest truth, right? But that's the bad thing about when you're not a man of your word sometimes, right? But we got to remember that Benny has had his battles with addictions and things like that himself. And sometimes when you're under the influence, you do things that later on, when you're clean, you regret doing, right? And I'm sure that Mr. Keys he has some regrets about, getting high off his own supply. I'm just playing. But let's jump into this interview with Mr. Benny Keys, where he interviews Don Wells. Okay. Y'all can't hear nothing? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on.
It's just I feel, I don't know. It's just hard. Can't wait to get the boys back. Wish we could get summer back. I don't know.
Yeah. You feel up to answer some questions?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Phone, man.
How's can you give us can you give me an update about how Candace is feeling?
She's doing fine. Man, she's all right. She's
Got a little bit of a respiratory deal though, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of a cough, but she's doing better.
Good. All right. Well, we'll just push ahead with a few questions. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okie dokie. Let's get to it.
No, they got new dogs now. I don't remember if y'all remember when I was down there and I was droning. We flew over the house and drove down the street, and as soon as we did, dogs ran out. So they have new dogs. So that's why we want to, donate them some dog food this Christmas. We donated over 100 pounds last year. We're going to do it again this year.
All righty. First thing I want to do though, Don, before I do that, is I want to talk about the blog area here. We've got a couple of things. This would be where, folks, if you don't catch the replay here, this is going to be the section of the findsummerwells.com website where you can find
Is that still
the rest
up?
of the Q&A segments. You will not be able to find them here. Once we produce them here, they will be erased and they will only be found here. Now, I want to talk about 3 things that YouTube creators can actually do to help really quick.
Oh, it is still up.
This is how a YouTube creator who truly supports Summer can assist in finding her. It should be on every show that mentions the case. Always show her picture throughout your YT cast. These pictures available to share are the approved ones on the website. Always promote the website, findsummerwells.com. The website has the information the public needs to assist citizens in maybe seeing her somewhere, reporting the sighting to the TBI, and thus leading to Summer's rescue. Number 3, promote the flyers link on the website during each YT cast. Flyers of Summer Wells can be downloaded, printed, and shared. And if you're having any problems with where that's at, what you can do is you can go to the home page, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then here on the left-hand side. And these are the pictures, folks, that we please ask you only share pictures from this website. They're family and law enforcement approved. But the flyers can be found all the way at the bottom left of the home page. We ask that in regards to the flyers, you only, and I repeat, only disseminate one or both of these flyers only in total. Just these two. We don't want 50,000 different. We want continuous look. So the other thing that we'll do really quick is I like to do this at some point, and I like to do it strong. For anyone that's not familiar why we're all here tonight, this is Summer Wells. She's age 5. She's a female. She's white, race white, blonde hair, blue eyes, height 36 inches, 40 pounds. She's missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. She's been missing since June 15th, 2021. Anyone with information regarding Summer Wells' whereabouts is urged to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. After this page is closed out, you can find that number scrolling in the bottom. We ask that if you have tips, comments, questions, or concerns, that you don't get your information from YouTube, get it from the law enforcement. Now, moving ahead with the questions and answers.
Can I say something? Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I was wanting to say, first of all, to the very few people that are actually helping, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Really turn to you, to creators. I've never knew anything about this stuff or anything. Only done this to try to help us save our daughter. That's the only reason we've done this. But for everybody, all the so-called creators that have turned this into a major show and created all this drama and actually have hurt the case. They hurt our family. They hurt us daily. They still do it constantly. I don't understand, they do it out of hate to make money, or whatever, I don't understand why this goes on and on and on. They're not helping.
I can tell you why it goes on and on and on, Don Wells. The reason it goes on and on and on is because Summer Wells has not been found. Okay? If Summer Wells was found, nobody would mention you. Nobody would have a reason to talk about Summer Wells. The problem is that Summer Wells ain't found. And ain't many people doing much to help look for her. Right? Now, if you was putting public searches together and being a loving, caring parent, I think you wouldn't be judged so harshly on the internet. Another reason people constantly talk about you is because you have been alleged to have done a lot of terrible, horrible things. I'm not going to go into detail, but your damn sister, you're breaking in houses, stealing panties, things that are questionable, and your behavior and your drug use and your drinking and the alleged things that have took place with you and your own daughter, it's questionable. And so many people have questions, and when there's not answers, of course, people are going to question those things. And people want justice for this little girl more than anything because they feel like you guys don't. Now, is that true or not? We don't know. Anytime you have room for speculation, you're going to have speculation. And there's so much room in this case for people to speculate about what could have happened. and why nobody's stories line up and why nobody's stories match and why is everybody in the holler line. That's why everybody is here every day. It's not because they want to hurt you, right? Oh, we just want to hurt Don Wells. Like I woke up today and said, well, look, I'm going to talk about Summer Wells because I want to hurt Don Wells. Right? I wake up every day wanting to do good for people, wanting to do good for myself. Why would I want to hurt you? I don't absolutely don't want to hurt you. If you hear things that are hurting you, it's because they're hitting close to home. When people say things about me that are untrue, it don't hurt me, right? Because it's untrue. I know it's untrue. So it don't bother me. When things start to hurt me, it's because people are hitting close to things that may be true, or I feel a certain way, and they're hitting on that, and it makes me feel worse. But nobody's just out here to like, oh, we just hate Don Wells. Let's get Don Wells and Candace. You guys have made yourself and put yourselves in these situations by the way you handle things. Not only that, but the drinking and the cussing and the fighting online and the pissing on people's live streams and just those types of things are why you get the heat you get. I wanted to clear that up. And that picture right there, Benny Keys holding the two pistols, I made that picture for him.
Hurting Summer. They're hurting our family. Everything about us. You know, I know we're not perfect and all or whatever, but this ain't right at all. But to use guys that are actually helping, thank you from the bottom of my heart. But a little girl's life is hanging in the balance. And it's bull crap. It needs to stop. But that's all I wanted to say, you know. I don't understand, you know, I was saying earlier, and Chris, all that. I don't think that, I don't know. It's just so aggravating. A little girl's life is in balance. Have you all actually done anything to help Summer at all except trying to ruin her parents' life?
Yes, this is an older video. My producers told me to let you guys know. We are watching an older video of Benny Keys when he was interviewing Don Wells. And I think the importance of this is that Benny is so close to Don and Candace. Now, of course, since then, they've had a falling out. But you got to remember, none of us, I've been to the Hill. I've sat in their house. I talked with them. But Benny was staying with them. Like he was living on the Hill. So who's going to know more about what goes on that hill than Benny Keys? He not only does he know them, but he knows their routine.
These people created so much drama and all these false phone calls to the police station and overloaded them so much. You've actually hurt the investigation. You're just hurting everything. You're not helping.
Yeah, you know, we've gotten so many different tweets in WJHL, publications that they're saying, please stop with the psychics and please stop with the YouTube stuff and just please stop. And what a lot of people need to understand right now is that the ground, they haven't stopped because it's no longer apart. What they've done is sort of ramped up, and today we all saw that R has solicited the help of so allegedly
BK has terrible sound in his interview, but I do want to touch on one thing. These psychics that are damaging and hurting the cases. When they come out with, I see a tree and a branch and a hollowed out log, and then you got all these older women. Listen, I love you. I've been adopting old people. Don't get mad at me. I adopted 4 of them today. They start calling the police. talking about, I think she's under a log, but they're reporting these things with no credible source of information, right? Like, You shouldn't do that. It is damaging to a case. It is YouTubers, I guess, but I don't count these psychics as YouTubers. I don't. Dolly's a YouTuber. Okay. I do YouTube shit. I live a YouTube lifestyle. I'm a YouTuber. Okay. These people ain't. They're cons. They're scammers. They're just, it is what it is. They play on people's emotions at the worst time they possibly can. Now, I know a lot of y'all like psychics, and that's perfectly fine if you're watching it for entertainment. But don't watch it and think it's a fact. There's so many people that think Donna Rever Serafina is a real psychic. And all the time, YouTubians, right? Dolly's a YouTubian. Get it? You know it. That woman is not no damn psychic. Okay? She is not no psychic, people. I hate arguing that, right? She could be a sweet woman, nicest woman on the fucking planet, but she is not a psychic. Okay? Dolly's 100 times more psychic than that lady. All right? And I don't claim to be a psychic. So people like this that have large audiences that believe this, and then they run and start flooding the tip lines with, oh, she's in a tree. Okay, she's near a water wheel. Remember she was saying the water wheel in Sebastian? I see a water wheel. I see wheat. I see damn flour. I see, and you can't make it up, right? Like it's almost laughable to me, but I understand that some of you guys really believe this stuff, and I get it. You believe it, right? I can't change what you believe and what you can't, but I can tell you that it's a con, that it's a scam. I have the right to my opinion, and my channel has a microphone, so that gives me a voice, and I'm going to voice my voice for good no matter what. And I think what I used to look at it like no harm, no foul, right? No harm, no foul. It's just entertainment, right? It's just entertainment. They're entertaining people. But you look at this, there is harm. And this thing, if they got to go out and look at every tree stump that damn Donna Sarah Rarafina done sees in her vision while she's done smoked some chronic, right? Listen, when I was smoking the cron, I had visions too. Okay. Usually of me going to the fridge, right? All my psychic, I see a refrigerator. I see a pack of cookies. Okay. I see some Chips Ahoy. I see some damn Reese's peanut butter cups. I see some damn s'mores, a little bit of ice cream, right? This lady is baked up from the floor up, right? I get it. I've been there. I had visions too. Usually we're all to deal with snack food. But like it does when people start calling the police, and then the police got to check out all them leads and all them tips. And it's just nothing but a crazy woman that smoked way too much cron said something, then it does hurt. So it ain't no harm, no foul, because there is harm. Because what if a real lead came in and they didn't investigate that lead because they were too busy looking for fucking turned over tree stumps that some psychic on YouTube that really should have just went to the fridge and got some Oreos, but didn't. And that, you know, to me, there is harm in it. There is harm in it. And that's why I've been so vocal lately on these psychics, these YouTube psychics, right? Like if you was a psychic and you on YouTube, you ain't very damn psychic. Okay. A real psychic wouldn't be on YouTube. That's what I wanted to get across. Okay. And if y'all love the lady, that's perfectly fine. You can continue to love her. Right. But just know what she's doing is wrong.
On their way, you know, to, and I quote, shake the truth out of Don Wells. I tell you what, Don Wells has been here every day for 223 days. He hasn't wavered. He hasn't stopped. He cannot quit. And these people are just coming here now. Oh, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's too much. But so are you ready to take a few questions?
Yes, sir.
These questions, Donnie, quite naturally, they came from the various conduits, whether it be FineSummerWells.com, whether it be the YouTube channel, you know, the Facebook, however they come. This is what we have. And this,
Yeah, I don't like YouTube psychics, and I damn sure don't like YouTube police. All right. Like, I don't like retired police that get on YouTube and still want to be police. Listen, if you still want to be the police, why'd you retire?
is by no means, these are not edited in any way. And in fact, I caught some heat a couple of weeks ago from the last Q&A because I did not omit a question. So there you go with that. So pushing forward, we are going to move to, we are trying to get to question and answers. Of course, mixed in here are just loving comments and, affirmations, positive affirmations. Of course, you guys know there's a few questions mixed into. So the very first one out of Massachusetts, this is, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Wells, and top of
Baked like a cake. There you go. There you go. Yeah, she didn't solve the Lori Vallow stuff. Let's stop with that nonsense. Okay.
of the morning to you, Benny. Trying to get something to show you my support of Summer, Mom, Dad, and your boys. For all the supports I give, thanks for overwhelming love. We will all be judged at the end. Peace to you and your family, Don.
God bless you. Thank you.
You know what, that's a great comment because I like I really like the sort of Christ-based comments. You know, it's what we need. It's what we're looking for. You know,
Sure.
Yeah.
It means all that hate out there, just over and over and over. It tears you down. It wears you down. And for a comment like that,
Chris McDonough ain't so bad, right? He did do a lot of help in the Michael Monkey Vaughan case, which I am thankful for because, I just wanted answers in that case. So he helped Brandy out a lot in that case. So I may give some YouTube retired police a little bit of a hard time, but I also give them their credit where credit is due. Some, if they deserve it.
it really makes a big difference. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for that. This one is from a viewer from Colorado. They say, check out Operation Underground Railroad, OUR. And then there is a link here. It's to www.timballard.org. It says Tim Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad is dedicated to finding missing children and busting child trafficking efforts. This is a huge issue and millions of people are involved. This was my very first thought when I heard about your precious Summer. It's still my belief. There is a movie coming out soon called Sound of Freedom. This movie is about Tim Ballard and his efforts. I think
Sound of Freedom is an awesome movie. Has anybody in here not seen Sound of Freedom? You really have to see Sound of Freedom. Like, that opened my eyes up so much to child trafficking in our country that it's unbelievable. It's a real one. It's a good movie. Two, it's based on a real Dolly new donation in the Christmas Wish. Thank you guys that have been donating to the Christmas Wish. That is awesome. We're going to hook some families up here on the 14th. Also, we're in the process of, like I said, I adopted 4 old people tonight in a senior living facility, and we're going to do Dolly Claus with them. Now, I can't videotape me in there, right? I can't videotape the people. But I just wanted you guys to know what we're doing. So, I mean, I can videotape me with the hat on and going up there, but I can't actually videotape my interactions with the people. Okay. But I can share those stories with you because we're going to bless some people that may not get visitors. They're going to get to spend time with our family, which now they become a extended part of the Dolly family, right? Because me, PJ, and Tiff are going to go spend time with each one of these 4 people in this elderly living facility. Okay. So we're buying their Christmas gifts, which are small. They didn't ask, nobody asked for anything. I think the most expensive thing was like a pair of shoes and a jacket. So we're going to be the night. Me and PJ are going to go pick up the stuff with them. I don't know exactly what day we're going to deliver it. Hold on, my producer's calling now. Hello. All right. I got sent a new clip my producer wants me to play because we were touching in on the psychics. And apparently, you know, this lady had been given a bunch of clues to Ryan finds truth. All right. And apparently, Ryan decided, hey, I'm not looking at any more spots this lady wants. So then this lady starts to be psychic drama, right? She attacks Ryan finds truth. And I had heard about this, but I haven't seen it. So right now we're gonna watch this together, right? And it just goes to debunk this lady being a real psychic, okay? Because people believe this, and we don't want people to be misled. You know, some people believe what they hear on the internet when they hear it from their favorite YouTuber. And we just want to make it clear that we don't think it's good for people to be playing with people's emotions like they have some ability. And, you know, she'll have to take this up with the man upstairs one day, right? And I'll pray for him when that day comes.
And then he literally takes information that wasn't even legitimate from a person that's known to not be legitimate and repeats it as fact. And what I have to say is that people like that with baby faces, oh, hi, I'm Mr. Innocent, I'm right. Donna, there's so many red flags. Yeah, she's talking to Fred, you guys. You can't trust her anymore. That's what he was doing for 2 whole hours.
Who are following Donna. And so I want insight from all of you on, given the latest stuff that's going on, her connecting, her hitching herself with Fred and Ziggy, and all of the stuff that's going on. I would like to know what your thoughts are. That's why I'm putting out this poll tonight. I need to know what your take is, because I'm confused. I thought when we talked to Donna originally, I felt like she was very authentic. She was very honest. She was helping us, emailing us constantly with like the locations. I would send her descriptions or send the video link of places we searched that she described, and we were collaborating, and it was going fine. I was trying my best to follow, since there was so little evidence, so little information. I was open-minded and willing to follow psychic stuff until I started talking to locals. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for following us. And then when I started talking to locals, there was more legitimate information. You know what I mean? Like, we were following up on the Cotton case. We were talking to families of Cotton Simpson. Why would I go after locations that psychics are telling me to go after when I've got legitimate conversations with people who are telling me, hey, here's a place where this dude actually got unalived? And so I prioritized the evidence above the psychic stuff, and psychics started getting angry at us. Like, other channels that are psychic, that are sending us information, they would get mad because I'm not prioritizing those locations.
Okay. So, psychic wars, okay? Psychic wars. And that's what I used to, like I said, no harm, no foul, but it is doing harm. It's doing harm. And that lady's not no more psychic than anybody in this chat room. All right. She's not no more psychic than is Ryan. Does his wife say she's psychic too? I don't know. Ryan's wife. Is she a alleged psychic too? So we got psychics telling other psychics where to look. I don't know. It's weird to me, and it's just drama. It's like that's what I mean. Like, and people be believing this shit. She is fake. Most are. Ryan's wife does say she's psychic. Okay. That's where the problem lies then. I mean, you got one psychic telling another psychic. One thing is they're not psychic. Okay. They ain't fucking psychic. You have one vision. Listen, one of the greatest psychics we know of. Okay. Nostradamus. Okay. Nostradamus, Edward Casey. What was the 1 to 900 lady? What was the old psychic that you could call with the 900 number? The lady, Dionne Warwick. Was it Dionne Warwick? What was the psychic? Miss Cleo. Is that what it was? Miss Cleo. You could win 900 for $3 a minute. Ryan's wife does not claim she is psychic. She goes by more of intuition. Which we all have. Okay, well then, yeah, everybody has intuition. They have that inner voice that, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably the best thing to go off of is your instinct, your gut feeling, because your gut's usually always right. I would say 90% of the time when you have that feeling like, hey, don't do this, don't do it. All right, your gut's telling you something. Your body tells you usually what you need to know, right? Instinctually. So, I don't know, Psychic Wars. Psychic Wars reminds me of Megadeth. Holy Wars. I don't know, but ain't no psychic been right yet. Okay, it ain't been right. And you know, this lady claims that she solved the Lori Vallow stuff, and we've seen what she does. We've seen what she does. She guesses a million things, and then when something's close to being what she said, she'd be like, see, I said that. I knew I was right. Like, no. That ain't how the thing works. If you cover first base, second base, third base, left field, center field, shortstop, right field, catcher, of course, you're going to get the ball. Okay. Because you're covering every base on the damn field. That ain't how psychic abilities work. Yeah, if there's a real psychic, the police would go. I have seen somebody say this in the chat earlier. The psychic would go to them, not the psychic to the police. And that lady, no, guys, no. I believe the tarot cards more than I believe her ass. All right, them women that flip the tarot cards and they go, okay, here's the 7 of swords. At least there's something in the universe that makes you get that card. You know what I'm saying? That's a little more believable. Because, you know, the universe plays. It's like flipping a coin to the side, right? You let the universe kind of pick. So in the tarot cards, the universe is giving you the cards, luck of the draw kind of a thing, right? So that's a little more believable to me when the people try to read into the tarot cards. But when people are like, I know this and this and this, I see it. Okay. All right, when you got busted for the weed, you didn't see the police coming? she's been arrested for drug charges, right? So I mean, you didn't see the police coming? You couldn't tap into that one? you didn't hear the knock at the door? What? I mean, so I don't know. Just that's a hard one. Oh, I didn't get enough oxygen last night while I was sleeping, apparently. Nobody knows for sure what others dislike. Okay, man, vested prayers for your dog. Well, I hope your dog ain't sick, man. All right, back on track. We got a little bit off track there. And this interview with Benny Keys, it shitty sound, but I just wanted to get to the point of stuff like this. And we were on The Sound of Freedom. For anybody that hasn't seen the movie Sound of Freedom, I encourage you, especially if you're a true crime fan, to watch The Sound of Freedom. Now, when we watch this, when you watch it, the first thought is going to be like, damn, they sold them kids. I think that's, I don't want to plant that into people's mind because it ain't good that kids are in being trafficked. It's definitely not. The benefit of that is the children are alive. Okay. Because we, you know, most of the things we weigh out in this life are life and death. And kids being sold, I mean, that's horrible. That's terrible. But those children are alive. So there's hope, right? That, well, you know, we could rescue some kids if they're found. And like I said, a lot of these kids are being kidnapped from other countries, and they're not being sold in their own country. They're being sold in other countries. Now, there's countries out here that are a little more lenient on people messing with kids. That's how I'm going to say it. Like India. Oh my God. Like you weirdos. Okay. If anybody's from India in here, I'm sorry, but y'all have some weird practices. There's people marrying 9-year-olds in India. A lot of time, if they are overly possessive or overly negative, what's it say? It's not true. It's an overreach. Okay, short legs. I don't know what that's in reference to. You talking about the psychics? So Sound of Freedom is basically about a detective. He was working for the FBI, and what he did was he took down pedos. And his buddy told him, he said, well, what are you really doing to help? You know what I'm saying? Because you get these dudes arrested, and then 2 weeks later, they're back out on the street. How does that help the kids? So then he kind of changed his gears, and he thought to himself, it's on Amazon Prime, what can I do to help the kids? And this is one of those moments like Dolly had. You know, I sat there when I started this true crime channel, and I thought to myself, what could I do to help? And I came up with this. Well, this guy was an FBI agent. He came up with something else, but his whole thought was the same thing. Well, what I'm doing is not working. What can I do that would really help? And then he switched gears, and then he rescued over 200 children. And it was all trying to help one little boy that had been kidnapped out of Mexico. That it was a brother and a sister, and the brother and sister, they had dropped him off to take photography photos, like for children models, and the parents dropped their kids off, and they do these portfolios. But when the parents came back to get them, the building was empty. It wasn't no photographers. They were child traffickers, and they had set up this business like it was going to take pictures of the kids. But when you drop the kids off, they took off. And then through the cartel, they sold the kids and the sex trafficking, and they were taking these kids out on like islands, like that, like, you know, that one guy that slipped on a banana peel in jail. I ain't gonna say his name. YouTube's funny. In other places around the world, to other countries that it's a little more acceptable. Dolly, maybe we can all watch The Sound of Freedom together on Kick. That would be a good, I'm glad you said that, Short Legs. I haven't did a movie night on Kick in quite some time. You're right. We can watch Sound of Freedom together on Kick. We'll set that up one night. I'm glad you said something like that. Because I think people need to watch it. I needed to watch it because I was so ignorant to what's really going on in the world. And I can say it, I was wrong. You know, when I first came into true crime, I didn't think they were out here selling kids. I was like, man, I don't never see nobody trying to sell kids or people trying to buy kids. But little did I know, I'm not in that lifestyle. I'm not in that environment, and I'm not in all these other countries that, like, when they kidnap kids from Mexico, they bring them to America and sell them. When they kidnap them from America, they take them to India and sell them. When they kidnap them, they're not selling them right in the same places they take them. they're taking them and they're getting them up out that area so they're not seen. And then they're selling these kids to sometimes rich, powerful people in this world. Listen, I don't know what it is with rich people. It's like soon as they get super rich, they start getting weird as shit. Like I'm talking like P. Diddy weird, right? Like what is with people when they get all this money? It's like when you can have like, I don't know. It's a perversion for sure, right? Like, but it's like a weird one. It's like, and it seems to be this is a touchy topic for YouTube. You're right. I know. I probably should change that topic. It is, but there's things that go on in this world you need to be aware of. Now, like I said, I gotta abide by guidelines and things like that, and I'm not a conspiracy channel, but there's things that you need to pay attention to, and there's some things in this world you need to see that'll open your mind up to what may be happening around you that you don't notice. Okay. And I think Sound of Freedom is a good example of that, because it really opened my eyes up to like, hey, I'm not seeing this. And this ain't just a United States. This is a global epidemic. Okay. A global problem. And you just don't see it because it's not in our world. Like, because we live a certain life, a certain style, and we, you know, most of us have it good. You know, and we don't, some of you may live in areas that are bad and loaded with drugs and certain types of corruptions. But for the most part, most of us, we live in the burbs and everything's good. We don't see this type of stuff, but that don't mean this stuff ain't happening in our world around us. And we just too blind to see it. And I know it can happen because it happened with me. I was just naive to the facts. Like I didn't know. Right. And then once I did, I was like, well, damn, I feel stupid for saying all them times there ain't people out here doing this and that. And there is. And not only they doing it, but they're doing it worldwide. So, never, you know, you really gotta keep your eyes open to things that I think the world is a lot worse of a place than, you know, even in true crime, we think it's bad, right? We think everybody's killers and murderers, and it's even worse than that. You know what I'm saying? It's even worse than that. Like you got to be like, it'll make you not want to go outside and deal with anybody. But I do believe still there's a lot of evil in this world. There is, but there's a lot of good people too in this world. And them evil ass people, they just do such a good job of blending in with good people. And it's hard to see them. You know, it's hard to see them because they blend in so well. That's the thing about evil. It'll blend right in with good. You know, good has a hard time blending in with evil, but evil has a really easy time blending in with good. And there's some evil shit that goes on in this world. That's all I'm going to say on that. 500K, 10. I don't know about that. You know them by if they are telling the truth or a lie, it's good or evil. I mean, what we do in our world, we battle every day with good versus evil. And, you know, you got to be good 24/7 because evil people never stop. That's just the way it is. Now, in these cases that we're going over, you know, like Sebastian and Summer Wells and Jack and Lilly Sullivan and even Melodee Buzzard. You see all their names on the screen today. These are all dealing with cases of parents that have missing kids, but are not doing anything actively that we see publicly, in my opinion, to try to find these kids. Now, let me give you my warnings, because I didn't give my warnings when I came in today. Dolly Vision for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, mixed with some theories and some comedy and a whole lot of chaos. So don't take nothing as fact. I haven't had anybody on panel today. It's just been me ranting. So my opinion is mine and mine alone. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is innocent to proven guilty in a court of law, even the people we're talking about here today. Also, the biggest one of them all is buy Dolly's new body wash. Don't be Dolly at home, okay, for men, okay, because then all the women will want you because you smell good, all right. And PJ, I'll have it on the site later today. It's not up yet. So I made 2 new body washes last night. I haven't named them yet, so we got to name them. I think Don't Be Dolly at Home could be one, and the other one's gonna be like Dolly Blast or Dolly Fresh. Dolly Fresh has a good ring to it. Dolly Fresh. But they both smell good. They're both men smells, because I used not to do too much stuff for men, and then women, like PJ was like, well, don't you think most women are married or got a son? And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. So now I've started to make more stuff for men. Dolly Rocket? No, that sounds weird. Okay, right? So, no, the Dolly Rocket don't sound appropriate. Right? That don't sound appropriate. Let's see what to say. Anything said here on Dolly Vision is opinion and entertainment only. Nothing should ever be taken as 100% factual information. Do your own research, people. Absolutely. Matter of fact, my name ain't even Dolly. Okay. Y'all just started calling me that. All right. Y'all just started calling me that. Let's see. Dolly, Holly, Jolly soap. No, that don't have a good ring for men because I made man soap. We already have man card. We already have lumberjack, right? They're 2 men soaps. PJ named it lumberjack. I don't know where she got damn lumberjack from. Like, what the hell does a lumberjack smell like? But it does smell good. The soap smells good, but she named it lumberjack. I don't know what I want to name these Dolly Fresh. I like it. See what I'm saying? Renee likes that. And I think it should be this is Joe's channel. Joe Mama? Jimmy Licious soap? No, that sounds terrible. Man bun? Man bun? Dolly Scrubs? Lumberjack? Because it's a mountain scent. Okay. Dolly Law. Okay. Dolly Law is you need to wash your ass. All right. Anybody else got any names? Anybody out there? If we use your
I think we all need to focus more on child trafficking and forget all this other garbage. God bless you all. Hold on to all the faith you can rustle up. Colorado.
Thanks. That's awesome. $10.
Yeah, timballard.org. I loosely know a little bit about the Operation Underground Railroad, and it's a really tragic testament to how, our DCFHS, or how, depending on your municipality, but your CPS services, and how orphanages and the whole the whole ugly underbelly of what America does to children that they don't want anymore. And it's a sad testament. But thank you for that out of Colorado. This one's out of Quebec, Canada. Donnie, it says love, 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 and strength from Quebec, Canada to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, that's my mom, a lot of times, when she's
I was muted. Sorry. I don't think no man is going to buy like some Dolly Licious soap, or, it needs to have like a something manly for men. Cause I made 2 new body washes for men, So it needs to have something that has, don't be Dolly at home. I thought was, because I always say that. And the reason why is because you'll smell good. So I told PJ, I was like, we need to name one of them, Don't Be Dolly at Home. And the other one, I don't really have a name for. So I was thinking, something to do with, somebody said Dolly Law, something to do with some of our, our sayings here on YouTube would be good. But sports car smell? Who the hell is going to wear soap that says sports car smell? I like that. Dolly Blast. You like Dolly Blast? Okay. I was thinking Dolly Blast or Dolly Fresh or something like that. Don't be Dolly at home. The Dolly Roger bar. I don't know about the Dolly Roger bar. It sounds like something a pirate would use. Dolly gotta eat, right? But would you really want to wear soap that says Dolly gotta eat? You think that the damn soap would smell like food? Name your mom's soap on a rope. I don't get what you're saying. By the tiki. Yeah, if it had like a Caribbean smell, by the tiki would be good. Dolly Blast, Tiki Man. It don't have like a tiki. It don't have like a that ain't the smell. One of them smells like a really nice light cologne, and the other one smells like fresh, like clean, like it's a fresh, clean kind of smell. Dolly Rush, that ain't bad. We got Man Card. We already got Man Card soap. It's our blue body wash. Is Man Card. The two new ones I made are purple and green. Okay. So that's the colors of them. We already had like pink, blue. So I wanted to make something new that was a different color. So I did some that were green and I did some that were like a purple. Blessed Express shirts, hats, soaps, lotion. Blessed Express. Maybe that might be good. Dolly's Blessed Express soap. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I would call it Mankind. All right. Alpine Dolly. It don't have to have Dolly in it. Right? It don't have to have Dolly in it. I just thought, Clean Your Flaps Man soap. Okay. Man stuff. Turtle Man. Turtle Man don't have a good ring to it. Man Candy. That ain't bad. James, thank you. Stud Suds. I like it. I like it. I like that. Stud Suds. That's good. That is a good one. All right. Who said that? I can't even see who said it. All right. All right, Jay. Stud Suds. Anybody like that? I love Stud Suds. There we go. Mountain Blast. Mountain Blast would be good. There you go. Stud Suds. Keeper. See, everybody likes that too. See, that's how you get the good name. See, we all here, we like a big think tank, right? Dolly Stud Suds is good. All right. For my man soaps. Should it just be one soap that is the Stud Suds, or should it be Dolly Stud Suds Blast, or like should they have a name? If I was just making man soap, that would be a good name, Dolly Stud Suds. Is there a soap called Stud Suds? Let me make sure. Hold on. Copyright infringement reasons. Why does it sound so familiar? All right. Nope, there is a Stud Suds. Cleans and lubricates your. Is that like horse soap? Stud soap. Okay. That's weird. Stud Suds. I think this is horse soap. Look. Hold on. Let's go over here to this. Now that y'all mentioned it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Stud Suds. To clean and lubricate studs immediately after use. This is easy to use container, allows you to drop your studs in, close and shake. The cleaner then settles to the bottom and drains, giving it easy access to shiny, clean studs. Okay. I guess Dolly Stud Suds is different from just Stud Suds. All right. Clean your horseshoes. I guess they're considering a stud like a horse. All right. What about just stud? I mean, Stud Suds, Dolly Stud Suds is different than just Stud Suds. I can trademark anything, Dolly. Car parts. How about Mountain Studs? Hi, everyone. Man Stud Suds. Bullhorn Blast. No, we're definitely not naming nothing Bullhorn Blast. How about just man? Mountain Blast. That's the winner. Dolly Stud Suds. I think so too. Dolly Stud Suds and Mountain Blast, Man Card, and what was the other one I had? Don't Be Dolly at Home. Dolly's Beach Blast. There you go. I like that. Dolly's Beach Blast and Dolly's Stud Suds. That might be it. Dolly's Beach Blast and Dolly Stud Suds. Now, who's going to buy it? Raise your hand. I'll put it on sale. PJ needs the names for the labels. Dolly Stud Suds, I think would be a good one. And Dolly's Beach Blast would be another good one. Spell it with a Z. There you go. It's all about the spelling, right? Copyright infringement. I mean, that's why we call it Turtle Spell, because Turtle Spell smells just like Love Spell, but we can't say Love Spell because it's copywritten by Victoria's Secret. So we just call it Turtle Spell. Same smell. It's just, we can't use their name, so we use something else. Horror Vision Soap. Barefoot and Tennessee Soap. Okay. What scent is it going to be? Well, the Beach Blast is going to be, I think, my green, right? And I think the purple maybe Dolly's Stud Suds. Cali Boobs is people buy it. Dolly's Nightmare Soap. I made a Dolly's lather label already. What? We're going with Stud Suds. Dolly's Stud Suds and Dolly's Beach Blast. I think that got a good ring to them. I think that's the two. The green one will be our Beach Blast, and the purple one will be our Stud Suds. Guaranteed home run. There you go. Mountain Stud Soap. Yes, good ones. I like that too. I think that has a good ring to it. Because we got the man card, Dolly's man card. We got Dolly's Stud Suds. We got Dolly's Beach Blast. Bam. There you go. Sounds like a winner. Sounds like they're gonna sell out for Christmas. All right. Sounds like a Christmas sellout right there. And they'll all come with a loofah. I got a bunch of them in the trunk of my Corvette. I bought a whole bunch of them. They're small loofahs. They're not the big fluffy ones. They're more man-sized loofahs. They're small. Okay. Women like those big chunky ass loofahs like this, right? So they can wash their whole damn big ass body. But we got man loofahs. They're little ones. They're half the size. Beach Blast sounds like a mess in the face. What the hell are you talking about, woman? We can do Dolly's Chroma soap. We don't do a lot of Chroma here. You should make a teak wood smell. I'm trying to limit the smells because I was up to like 27 different smells. Now I'm down to like 20. And what we did was we'll put out soaps, right? And then when nobody buys them, then we know not to remake them. Like our biggest soaps, we usually always sell are like raspberry lemonade sells really good. Pink sugar sells really good. The turtle spell, which is love spell, sells really good. The Captain Crunch stuff, they didn't sell at all at first. And then I don't know what happened. Like somebody bought some and then told people like, "Ooh, the Captain Crunch is good." And then we're out of Captain Crunch right now. I got to order the essential oils. I don't have any. And I don't know. They just started selling like crazy. The lotion, the body wash, everything just started selling like crazy in the Captain Crunch. And you would think that wouldn't be a big deal, but people kept saying their kids liked it. My kids like it. My kids like it. It smells like a damn bowl of cereal is what it smells like. But they started selling like crazy, like hotcakes. Even my sister, she would buy it like 8 bars at a time. You like Dolly Fresh? I don't know. I kind of like Dolly's Beach Blast because, people go to the beach. It sounds beachy. Did we get a commission for this? No. You don't get a commission? Are you lost your mind? Do you like PJ's name, Lumberjack? Well, we already have a Lumberjack soap. All right. It's sold out right now. Okay. Let me see what is sold out, what ain't. I know right now she has it in it, the promo code. So if you want to get stuff, now it's the time to get it. And like I said, all of them come with a Summer Wells bracelet and body washes. The men's ones are going to come with loofahs, little small loofahs, and a bracelet. So, but let's hop over here and see what's sold out and what ain't. Okay, so we have coconut shea butter, which I think we have like 4 left of those. We have dragon fruit. I'm not sure how many we got left of those. I was stacking it up last night on the cabinet, so you would think I would know, but I didn't count them. Man card, I think we have 12 left of man card. I think I did count those. This lavender, I don't know how many we got of those. I couldn't tell you. Now, this is a limited edition one, this red velvet cake. It was supposed to go on sale, but PJ never put it on sale. The watermelon, that's a good seller. The watermelon. So we ain't sold out on none of those. Okay, hold on, view more. I think we sold out of a lot of our of course, we got t-shirts, hats. That got to come down, PJ, that Turtle Island stuff. Had more hats, lotions. Okay. Cotton candy. That shit sells like crazy. It smells super good. We got pink sugar lotions. We got love spell lotions. We got cherry almond is sold out, right? Cherry almond sells pretty quick. Honeysuckle. I'm surprised that's not sold out. Usually we sell out of honeysuckle. And them are the bars. Lavender. We have pink sugar we sold out of. Raspberry lemonade sold out of. Rose petal is sold out. Strawberry champagne is sold out. We still have men's. This is a man scent. Tobacco, sweet tobacco. Turtle spell sold out. We still have mystery boxes. Premium mystery boxes we have. And they come with a hat. Okay. Them hats I made. Dolly Gotta Eat shirt. Where's the baby shirt? The skeleton crime scene shirt, hoodie. Turtle Island. If y'all are fans of Turtle Island. Where's the baby stickers? All right. And I just got, we got plenty of those. I ordered 1,000 stickers. So we got like a ton of stickers. Where's the baby hoodie? Dolly Vision Zombie. PJ Vision. And we got trackers left. They're not sold out yet. And these are so you can track your kids or your grandkids with them. So it's basically a GPS tracker. The battery lasts a year. So you hook that onto their book bag or their clothes or their pants or their shoe. You lace it through one of their shoelaces. And basically it'll track the kids wherever the hell they go. All right. And them are $20. Now, we encourage people to get these trackers. You don't have to get ours. They got them at Walmart. They got them at Target. They got them on Amazon, AirTags, or anything like that. But we do encourage you to get them. All right. Because what is your loved one worth to you, right? $20 or $30 at Walmart. It's not very much, right? And I know you love your grandkids or your kids. Dolly done went full squirrel. Yeah. We know you love your kids that much. So go out this Christmas and listen, it sounds stupid to get this as a gift, a tracker, but for your cat, for your dog, for anything, right? Anything you love or care about. But listen, I'd rather you never need this, or then when you do need it, you don't have it. All right. People go out all the time and buy firearms to protect their families, but they don't go out and buy trackers to protect their family. I think that's the most important thing. A firearm ain't gonna do you no good if somebody snatches your kid when you ain't with them. This is all stuff to protect your family. Dolly, Sean donated to the fund, Dolly. Well, thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. That is awesome of you guys. Make sure if you've donated, you join us the 14th. Okay. When we gift the families Christmas. So you're a part of it, right? Because you're given to the cause. So make sure that you're here to take part in it, right? So you get that special feeling of helping a family at Christmas, right? So make sure you tune in. And like I said, we adopted 4 old people today. I'll probably go live from the old folks home when me, PJ, and Tiffany go up there. I won't be able to show you, of course, the people because we got to respect their privacy. But far as the event that we're going to do as a family, we want to bring you guys with us a little bit on that trip up there. And, we just won't show you us meeting with the families, but we'll show you us being there, getting ready to as a family. And then we'll tell you afterwards about the experience of, meeting some new people and bringing some new people into the Dolly family. that may think they didn't have nobody, and now they do. Okay. So they'll officially be, will change their last name to Vision from now on. Whatever their name is, they got to give it up, and they will go by whatever Vision. All right. They've been adopted. They've been adopted by our channel. And so we're going to end up helping a lot more people than we thought we would this year, which is great because we want it to grow every year. And Thanksgiving, we were able to help 15 families. That's the most. And all 3 years I've been doing this, that is the most we have ever done. Like, hands down. Thank you for being a member, dog. Me too, the J Dog. Thank you for being a member. So usually we may help 1 or 2 families at Thanksgiving. So you just think the last 3 years we did. This is our 4th year. So you're talking 6 tops. We helped 15 people. And we ain't talking about like a TV dinner. We're talking about turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, sodas, the whole thing. 15 families. That is amazing. And we know now we're going to at least help at least 7 people for Christmas. It started off 3. Now we know it's at least going to be 7, if not more. Sugar Daddy soap. Sugar Daddy soap. Sell that in the old folks home, right? Sell that. But you know, I'm a big star in you know, in these senior living facilities. I'm like the new Johnny Carson. Not who was the other dude with the little mic on Price is Right. Who was the Price? Bob Barker. I'm like the new Bob Barker of senior living facilities. Okay. When dollies show up, all the old people go crazy. Thank you to all the sponsors that bless families this Thanksgiving. Yeah, definitely, guys. That was great. And to see, you know, people have been leaving comments that we blessed on the Facebook group. And we're just glad we could help. You know, you don't owe us a bunch of thank yous or nothing like that. We're just glad we could help. It's just a good way to give back to our community, from our community, because I think the true crime community is one of the best communities on YouTube. Razzle Dazzle soap for these crazy. I was thinking that Razzle Dazzle soap. All right. Razzle Dazzle will be the next one I make. Okay. Razzle Dazzle's coming. Don't worry. We got, what did we say we're going to name it? Dolly's Beach Blast and Dolly's Stud Suds. All right. Dolly's Razzle Dazzle's coming, though. You can believe the Razzle Dazzle is coming. All right. So right now it's if PJ gets them up there today, you can already start buying them. All she has to do is put them on the site. We don't need the labels yet. We can label them later before we ship them. But it'll be the Dolly Beach Blast and Dolly's Stud Suds. All right. PJ, are you watching? Are you in here? Yeah, she's in here. Go ahead and rough draft them onto the site and put them on sale. Okay, the first batch. And also put the red velvet cake, which I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on that red velvet cake. That shit smells good. Put that on sale too. I'm busy at the moment. Oh, okay. All right. Talking to Ryan. Which Ryan? At work? Just playing. Okay. Well, there was something else I wanted to go over today. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it before I get out of here. Oh, this is on the Melodee Buzzard stuff.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
I wanted to cover this.
If my dad was still here today, he
This
would
is
be
her
out there
stepsister.
searching for her until he found her.
What would you do if your little sister just vanished?
I love you and I miss you. and we're never going to give up.
You do whatever it takes. And if you thought that the police weren't working hard enough, you might turn to an investigative reporter. And that's exactly what Melodee's half-sister did. I'm Ann Emerson. I'm an investigative reporter, and I've covered tons of missing persons cases. Sometimes they take a few days to solve, and sometimes they can take decades. The key to solving these cases is the families never give up, and the investigators don't either. Melodee Buzzard is a missing California girl. We've been telling you about this for a couple of months now. She's 9 years old, and her mom was making her wear wigs. And now the mom won't tell authorities where this little girl is. So here's the latest, an AI age progression photo that was created by Melodee Buzzard's half-sister. This is what she could look like today. We're used to seeing her like this. This is a school photo that we have from when she was 7 years old, or like this in surveillance video. To be clear, Melodee has not been seen in almost 2 months. Here's that age progression photo again. Isn't it crazy how much those sisters look alike? And I have some more family photos that you've never seen before. We're coming into 2 months of not knowing where Melodee is. How are you feeling?
It's just a lot to take in, you know, every day that she's not with us is a struggle. She should be with her family, her loved ones.
She really should be. So tell me about your family. You are Melodee's half sister, is that right?
Yes.
And you share a dad who's passed.
Right.
And how old was your dad
Weird
when
finger
he
phone.
passed away?
Oh, this happened in 2016. So he was
Yeah, you can order 3 for your auntie. PJ's going to put all that stuff up there in just a few minutes. She'll let me know when she does.
40.
He was 40. And how old were you?
I was 23.
23. So, your mom, tell me about your mom.
My mom's name is Elisa Moreno.
And Elisa, she's been keeping tabs on this as well, correct?
Correct.
So take me back, Corinna. When did you first find out something was wrong and that Melodee wasn't around?
So this happened the same day that she was reported missing. The child welfare services gave me a phone call. They asked me if I knew Melodee's whereabouts, if I've had any contact with Melodee or Ashley. I did not know at the time that she was a missing person. As soon as I got off the phone with them, maybe about like an hour later, there was a report made that she was missing all over social media.
And so you found out the same day as basically the report started coming out.
Correct.
And what was your relationship to Melodee? I mean, you were her half sister, but were y'all close? Did you get to see her very much?
I didn't get to see her as much as I'd like. The last time I seen her was in November of 2020. She would come over to my grandmother's house and I would get to see her there. We'd spend time together.
Why did you go over to your grandmother's house to go see her?
Well, any opportunity that I can get to see Melodee, I would.
And what and was it like was it more like a neutral ground, as it were, like as opposed to going over to Ashley's house? Did that make things easier?
Yes.
And okay, so take me back, if you don't mind. I'm just going to backtrack a little bit to when your father passed away.
Mm-hmm.
It was when Melodee was very, very small, right?
Right.
And tell me, can you talk to me about what happened to your dad?
Welcome to 2XKO. Let's go!
Pyramid, sighting target.
You're not a child, you're a man. So stop wearing so many layers to go outside and get the bearskin tactical hoodie.
Yes. So actually, that morning, I got to have breakfast with him. And I went to work and got the unfortunate phone call during my shift that he passed away in a motorcycle accident.
Do you know anything about what happened with that motorcycle accident? How it all occurred?
No, I don't.
You don't. You just
No.
heard that he had been in an accident.
Right.
And tell me, were you close to your dad?
I was.
I'm so sorry. I lost my dad when I was little too.
Right.
And I know that it can be really, really hard. Was he close to Melodee as well?
Oh,
As a
yes. He
dad?
loved Melodee.
And tell me what he said about Melodee. What do you remember?
He was so excited to have another child. She meant everything to him.
And how did he end up with Ashley? When did that happen?
I'm not sure how they met. There was a day where we met her and he introduced us to her.
What was your impression of her?
She was very quiet. Yeah, there was a day where we all went to Six Flags together. Me, my dad, and Ashley, and she was very quiet.
Yeah. And I mean, were you aware of any issues with Ashley early on, that there may be some mental health issues?
Yes, I did hear that she did have some mental health issues, and when I first met her, that she did have it under control, but then things started changing over time.
So it sounds like it's been like,
It was crazy because she knew to record the person that was at her house. And look, let me give a big special thanks real quick to these people because I just pulled up the Christmas wish. Thelma, let me start at the top. Shauna from Nashville. It says, thank you for paying it forward, Dolly and PJ. I always try to give when I can, especially at Christmas time. I know it's not much, but hopefully it all adds up and we can put some smiles on kids' faces this year. I feel good to have a trusted place where I know my donation is going to a good cause. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Love y'all. Thank you, Shauna. And I just gave you a little like. Alba says, thank you, Dolly and PJ. Everyone donating and putting a smile on these beautiful children's face. Hope this helps. It's just a small way. Thank you so much. CB donated. Thank you, CB. And Thelma says, please help the elderly with this donation. Merry Christmas. Bless you and PJ for all you both do. All righty. Let's like that. All right. And yeah, I don't know exactly what day we're going to go up there. I'll have to get it with my daughter and see what day she has off work. But we've already started buying those 4 people's gifts. So we're going to take care of that. That's not even a problem. They didn't even want much. So it's good to be able to help and to give back to the community. And but we'll let you know what day we're going up there. It'll probably be whatever day Tiffany has off of work, my daughter, because Tiffany is the one that thought of this to help the elderly people because her friend Brianna works there taking care of these people. And she said that, there was people up there that, didn't have no family and nobody was, pulling their little things to get them anything. So we were like, okay, we'll take care of those families. And it's good because Tiff is the one that was like, yeah, I'm going to give to one of these families up here. So the apple don't fall far from the tree. Okay. And I'm glad. I want to get her into, the importance of Christmas is so it's giving, it's the giving, not the getting. It's the being able to give and making somebody else's life a little bit better. So most of your chat is elderly. I think so. You know, we have some younger people too, but we're talking about the ones that are in homes and don't have anybody, you know. And if you don't have anybody, you have us. We're here with you every day. So you have the Dolly crew, the Turtle Gang as your family. You got to change your last name to Vision. That's what I'm going to tell all these people when I meet them, because we're not only we're going to give them the presents, but we're going to spend a little time with each elderly person. We're not just going to walk in and say, here's your shit later. No, we're going to sit down and we're going to spend a little time with them, get to know each one a little bit, and, you know, work our way down the line of the elderly people at this home, you know, just let them know that somebody out there cares about them. So we'll make an evening of that, me, PJ, and Tiffany, and probably me, Tiffany, PJ, and Ava. It'll be all four of us, and that way it comes from. We're doing 4 people, and there's 4 of us, so that one person can go in and you know, meet the person, give them their gift, and so on and so on. And then of course the 14th, in 2 days, we'll be up here gifting people Christmas, families in need that have sent us letters and sent us their wish list and all that good stuff, and we'll make it happen. Thank you all. Sending hugs from Scotland. Well, thank you, Alba, and thank you for donating from all the way across the pond. That is awesome of you. We got to go get some nice warm blankets. I think we'll buy 4 of them tonight, and some of them didn't ask for warm blankets. Only one person asked for a blanket, but I think we're going to get all 4 of them a blanket. All right. We'll get them something nice, and I'll show you guys what we get the older people too. So thank you for everybody that has helped us out along the way. This is something we were going to do, you know, for us, just right out of our own pocket anyway. So you got to help out every now and then. I want to show y'all something I made last night. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, can y'all see this? It's a vampire skull. I tried to make it the size of a human skull, but it didn't come out quite the right size. It needs to be bigger. Y'all see that? I haven't painted it yet, but it has vampire teeth. I 3D printed this last night. Anybody like evil stuff? You never know. I might give the first one away. But it is a vampire skull. I always do creepy stuff. I like horror movies and stuff like that. So, but I 3D printed this last night. Came out pretty cool. That's awesome, Dolly. I woke up this morning. I was like, that's pretty cool. Because I started it last night before I went to bed. And it was 10 and a half hours of printing. So it took 10 and a half hours to print this last night. So I started around midnight. And when I got up around 10:30 today, it was done. All right. Hold on. Hello. Okay. The purple one is the what did we say we were gonna name it? I forgot already. Oh, Stud Suds. Dolly Stud Suds. Yeah. Yeah. And then the other one is Dolly's Beach Blast. It does. It has a freshy smell. A beach ain't coconut. I don't smell coconuts when I go to the beach. No, I didn't see Ryan in the chat. I must have missed it. Okay. All right. No, I didn't see Ryan. Is Ryan still in the chat? He said that the flyers down there have been taken down for the summer well stuff. No, I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of that. Coconut is the beach, Dolly. Y'all don't encourage that woman. It's Dolly's beach blast. Okay. Yeah, hanging around for a bit. Hey Ryan. What do you mean that the flyers were taken down? I had heard that my banner was off of the shed down there in Tennessee, like the big Summer Wells banner that was hanging on the barn. And so we hit up Candace. And Candace, we have this love-hate relationship. She hates us, but she still loves us at the same time. And at the tree event, Don admitted to tearing down the flyers at the base of the driveway. Oh, I wonder why he would do that. I mean, we're dealing with a dude that has, alcohol and drug problems, so it don't surprise me none. But I asked Candace, I said, Candace, is my banner down? People are telling me that banner's down. And it lasted 4 years if it is. But she told us no, it wasn't. That she had walked through there a couple weeks ago and that it was still there. But I don't know if she's lying or whatever it is. And, we asked her a few other questions about the Van Hill Road stuff. And she said that wasn't her fishing spot, that she had never been out there fishing. Just stuff like that the internet, everybody's fucking crazy and suck. She told us, and that counts as us too, right? Because we're internet. All YouTubians suck. And you can't trust none of them, right? Which I agree with her. I agree with her on that one. I'd be like, shit, Candace knows what she's talking about, right? Can't trust none of these damn YouTubians. And it was just a basic conversation like that. We asked her, did she want anything for Christmas? She said she wanted her kids back. Right. Well, we can't give you that. We can give you some dog food, something like a fifth of liquor. But we can't give you those kids back. And even if I had the ability to give her those kids back, I wouldn't. All right. And I'm just hoping those kids, whoever adopted them, they're having a blessed Christmas this year. And if I knew who had the kids, I would hit them up and try to help them out, which if they can afford to, adopt a couple kids, they probably don't need the help, but I would help with their Christmas if I could. But as far as Josie, I think Josie's still in the system, which is like, I don't know what to do. If I could reach out to, I don't know how they would be with a stranger calling up and saying, hey, can we buy this kid something for Christmas? Seeing that he's in the system. Now, it's something I could probably get PJ to check on, because I think that would be really good. Let's get this kid something for Christmas. He's in the system. He's the one that ain't adopted, and see what we could do to help him out a little bit. Who needs it more than Josie? Right? He don't have a family. His family don't, they basically given up their rights to him. I don't even know where to start with that though. I had to talk to PJ about it tonight, because we're going to Christmas Wonderland with her family tonight. I don't know what that consists of. Is that some church? CBN. Is that the CBN? Pat Robinson's ghost is going to come out and be like, strike me with lightning. I don't know. He's going to come out and cuss me out. I don't know. But we're going to the CBN building tonight for Christmas Wonderland. I can't adopt no kids. I'm too busy and all that. I'm too old. Like I said, I'm not even in the best health to be adopting no child. But I will help if we can find out if we can. Right. So I'll put that on PJ and say, or somebody in here that wants to maybe figure it out and call up there and see if we can. If somebody wants to quarterback it, does anybody want to quarterback it? Anybody? Just press 1 in the chat room or something. If you want to quarterback that and find out, maybe you had to call down to wherever he's being housed at, or Dolly, I sent you an email. Okay. What is the email about? Let me see what your email is. Since you had to throw stop signs in the chat and interrupt me. I don't see your email unless you send it on. All right, phone's ringing. Hello. It ain't adoption agency. He's in the care of the state. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you can buy him anything or if you can. Okay. I wouldn't. You ever just want to shake a woman? She's like, you're inciting the chat to call the state. I was like, I said one person. I said, is there one person that wants to quarterback it? I'm not encouraging the chat room to call the state. Okay. I'm not encouraging that. I said, is there one person out there that wants to quarterback and see if we're allowed to purchase this kid something for Christmas? That sound unreasonable? You don't know unless you try. If they say no, we go, okay. We all right, no harm, no foul, right? If they go, yeah, and we give it to them anonymous, the kid might want a PlayStation. He may want something. He may want a tablet. He may want, I don't know, he may want a jacket. He may want anything. Who knows? I'm saying he's in care of the state. I don't know what the state gives you at Christmas time. They might not give you shit. I thought it was something nice, a nice offer, nice suggestion. Like the kid, his family's ain't getting them shit. You think Don and Candace are going to go out and like, you know what I'm saying? They gave up custody of them. They gave up parental rights. Dolly, you have so much going on. Sounds good to me. I mean, I just said one person. I wasn't inciting hundreds of people to call down there. I was like, is there one person out here that wants to quarterback and find out if we can do something like that? That's all I was saying. That's it. I wasn't saying everybody call down to the damn social service office and that'd be nice to be able to get him something. And some people say he maybe be in foster care and, with a family. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can find out myself. Okay, well, find out, woman. Okay, stop hollering at me about it. I'm just the brains behind the operation. I'm just the one that says, hey, that would be a cool thing to do. I'm the dreamer here. Jinkies, rumor has it, put up 3 Christmas trees for the missing in malls. Don and Candace showed up to help. Don told the ladies, do not put up any more flyers. Wow. Yeah, they gave up parental rights. That's what I'm saying. We need a local. We need a local on top of that one. So I don't know. We'll figure that stuff out, and we'll see what we can do. If we can't do nothing, we can't do nothing. If we can, we'll do something for the kid. But if not, it ain't the end of the world. Don needs to be quiet. Yeah, why would he encourage people not to put up flyers for Summer Wells? And I'm hoping they really didn't take my banner down, because that banner just didn't come down. It was nailed up. Okay. And Don nailed it up himself. And he did a good job. He put a nail like every 6 inches on it, all the way across the top of it. So, I mean, it's possible it could have ripped and came down. But most likely, if it's down, it's because somebody took it down. And I think how much did I spend on it? I think it was like almost a $300 banner. So, but if it is down, little do they know, when I go back down to Tennessee, I'm going to order a few more of those banners, and I'm going to put them all over the damn place. Someone sending a message, Dolly. Someone sending a message, Dolly. It would be a nice thing to do. Yeah, I don't want a bunch of people calling up there. PJ will be mad at me. Okay, so I'm not encouraging people to call. That's why I said one person. We elect a person, and PJ said she'll do it. Then we'll try it. But I don't want 1,000 people calling the social service office. I don't think that's good. I think that's probably bad. And she was like didn't like that. Okay. She didn't like that concept. She's like, I don't know what you're doing. PJ to the rescue. I was trying to do something good. I didn't know there were so many rules against trying to be a good person. I'm sorry. Next time, okay, I won't try to help nobody else. I mean, God, thank God there's people out there that are willing to, do something for you in this world. Like, I didn't know that was a crime. Apparently it is. Okay. Apparently it's a crime to help people. Like, shit. I can still remember when I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. I wish somebody helped me. I didn't know there's so many rules against helping people. We still love you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I didn't know. I'm just thinking, damn, there's a kid. The kid, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Mab Turtle King season 6. Okay, that's about time for me to get out of here. Dolly, the world isn't the same as when we were kids. It ain't. You just can't help people. Like, people ain't friendly anymore. I know the world ain't the same. It is getting worse and worse. People are not friendly. People are just assholes for no reason. Like, I don't get it. Dolly, quit yawning. I don't get no oxygen when I'm asleep. Apparently, I'm dying in my sleep every night. I don't know. I just lack of oxygen to the brain. Maybe that's why I'm the reason that I am today. I just text Candace. Don't text Candace. Don't bother. Oh, you just PJ. Oh, that's PJ. I just text Candace. What does that do? Candace, they gave up rights to the kids. How did we what good is that going to do? I don't know what good Candace is going to do. I think you would need to call down there and be like, hey, we know. And the bad thing about that is they probably won't let you, because they can't give information out on kids and shit like that. So I doubt they'd let us. But I mean, it was good thinking. I mean, I tried, I mean, I guess that's all you can really do. Feed the dogs, leave the rest. What is Candace? Did you miss the hat giveaway? No, I don't think we reached the goal on the hat giveaway. We try to hit our goal, our super chat goal, and then when we do, we give the hat away and I sign it. Can't do nothing. Life is much more complicated and cruel. The state of Tennessee is the only one that has to be asked. The parents are not their parents anymore. That's what I said. Someone in chat said the dogs are gone from Ben Hill. I doubt them dogs are gone. Okay. Them are the most dog having ass people I've ever seen in my life. Candace on that Mad Dog 2020. No, I think Candace her choice. I think she drinks black velvet liquor. I think. I mean, if I had to guess. Anyone need a Snicker bar? Kids Award of State. Is Brandy Jackson in here today? Y'all rock. Thank you. Thank you, 1044. We try our best, but I don't know. I'm a dreamer, right? I think it up and then I make PJ do all the research. But sometimes I think it's stuff that can't be done. I mean, it is what it is. If I could help, I would. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If I could help the kid, I would. I can't adopt them. I can't do that. But I can spread the word that there's a wonderful kid out there that needs a forever home. Okay. And if anybody out there wants a child, there's one in Tennessee that's looking for a place to, and a family to call his own because he don't have one. I can spread that awareness, and I guess that helps them. Is not much, but you never know. There could be somebody out here watching and go, you know what? We could use a teenage boy and give him a good life. It'd be a little hard for me, especially with all the traveling and my health and stuff like that. It wouldn't be, I don't think I could give that boy the life he deserves. Apparently Don's taking down signs because he feels he's being accused. Why that makes sense, you tell me. I mean, I don't know. Why would he take down signs of his daughter? I mean, this is the only thing I could think of. Okay. And, let's say you go through a tragedy and every day you have to relive that tragedy. It's so fresh in your mind because every day you're seeing it. And he believes in his mind she's gone and she's never coming back. Maybe he's tired of seeing it. He's tired of that going down through that nightmare every day. But I don't see, even if you took the pictures down, I don't see how you would get away from that, to be honest. But I'm just trying to think, like, why would he do this? Let's hit that goal, y'all. Okay. Well, we can do the hat giveaway. We can do the hat giveaway. I need a pen to write with. Hold on, give me a second. 5 more. Yes, we can fit the target. Come on, please. I didn't even look at what it was. Let's see. Let's see what. I think it was. Let me see. Live stream. It usually tells you the goal. Did I set the goal something crazy? 10 of 15. I think that's pretty close. Okay, pretty close. Now let's I gotta find something to write with. Debbie, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Not only will you get the hat, okay, but I'm going to throw in, of course, with the hat, one of these Summer Wells things, too. Right. Now, usually, I'll open it up for everybody today. Tonight, if I come back tonight, it's only for super chatters. Okay. I'm giving away. I'll do it in pink. A Dolly Vision hat like this in pink. Okay. Because I think there's more women. Unless a man wins it. You can let me know when you win it. If you want a pink one or a black one. Okay. The winner can. Now, PJ, set the chat for slow to chat. Now, remember, it's the first time I see this number. We are picking, there ain't as many people in here tonight. We're picking from 0 to 150. Okay. The first time I see the number will be the winner of the Dolly Vision hat. So, Nina Drew, thank you so much. So you guys go. Okay. 0 through 150. The first time I see it will be our winner. All right. Boom. Right there. Melissa, hit it quick. Melissa Fine Falk. I picked 24 because that is the day of Christmas. Okay. So if you was thinking Christmas in your mind like Dolly, I picked number 24. Melissa, you are the winner. Do you want this in pink or black? Okay. Pink or black, Melissa? Okay. Now, Melissa, to get the hat, you need to send us an email, best soap in the game. Be like, hey, this is Melissa. I won the hat. I was number 24. Okay. And make sure you send PJ your address. And please be patient. Okay. Because giveaways, we don't get out until all the orders are out. And we're probably got like 50, 60 orders. So it'll probably be sometime after Christmas when you get your hat. So give us a few weeks to get it out to you, but we will definitely get it out to you. All right. But make sure you send us that email, best soap in the game at gmail.com. Tell us who you are, that you was number 24, that you want it in this, and make sure we get your address. And I will sign it, get it shipped out, or I'll sign something else and get that shipped out to you. But just please be patient. Anybody that I do giveaways for watching, we don't even ship out the giveaways until we get all the orders out. And we're backed up on orders right now. So, because it's Christmas time. So don't be like it's going to be there in 2 days. We're not Amazon. It'll be there in like a month. Okay. I know it sucks, but we're like, we got that much shit to do. Christmas time is always crazy for us here because we just, you know me, I just do stuff. And PJ goes crazy because she's like, you're giving shit away. We got orders to give out, get out, and you just add more work and more work. But that's just how I do it. That's just how I do it. I don't know any other way to do shit than the way I do it. Right. So, we will get it out for you. Thank you guys for participating, and everybody that donated. Thank you. I will do something for the donators tonight. When I come back live with you guys tonight, we'll make it where I give something away to just somebody that's on the Dolly train. Because a lot of times what happens is people will donate to the channel and support the channel, and then just a random person wins it. But we like to make it fair for everybody, just because we appreciate everybody who donates. We appreciate everybody who likes. We appreciate everybody who shares. So all of you guys make this possible. So that's why we like to open it up to everybody. and give everybody a lucky chance. But tonight we'll do it just for the people that jump on the Blessed Express. I sent again a month. It may be sooner if we, the kids are supposed to help us get some of the shipping done. So maybe we'll get stuff out quicker than what I'm saying, but most likely there's a month wait on giveaways. Thanks for spreading the love, Dolly. No problem, guys. Thank y'all for being here with me, and thank y'all for hanging out. And I went way squirrel today. It was more talking about just life and everything in general than true crime, but I'll try to stick on the true crime path later tonight after me and PJ get back. So y'all stay blessed. Have a great night. And just remember, if nobody else does, Dolly loves you. And PJ said she's going to get that soap up there for you guys sometime soon. So check out the Dolly Stud Suds, Dolly's Beach Blast, the 2 new ones. They will be on sale. Dolly Rocks is the promo code, one word. Get your orders in while you can, and hopefully we can get them out to you by Christmas, right? We can't make any promises at this point because it's up to the post office now, right? We're getting the stuff out as fast as we can, but we can't make the post office work any faster than they do. So, but still, best time to get it is now. And you most likely you will get it. I ordered some stuff just the other day and it got here in 2 days. I'm kind of surprised. I just walked out on the porch and it was there. I was like, damn, post office working pretty damn quick. So you guys be good, stay blessed, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.